Hey guys, it's Delise. Welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to bring you a new series on hair. Let's talk about some hair tips. So I have a lot of things that are just a part of my daily routine, a part of my weekly routine, just things that I've been doing for my hair that I've been doing for years, and I kind of take them for granted. I may have stumbled upon some of these tips or really done a lot of research to find them, but there's things that really work for me. So I wanted to share them with you. These are just going to be really quick. Every week I'll come out with a new tip for you, and I hope that they will be extremely helpful. So my first tip is to deep condition. Now I know that if you've watched any of my favorites videos at all, you will have heard me say something about deep conditioning. Deep conditioning is so important, and I think it's one of those things that we hear people talk about, but we really don't take a lot of time to think about why. The curly hair and the regular hair community has really just kind of harped on this point and said, hey, you really need a deep condition. The reason why it's so important to deep condition your hair regularly is that you are intentionally applying nutrients to your hair that you're not getting any other time. Topically applying nutrients to the hair is really important because it's effective. You're not just waiting for whatever it is that you're eating or ingesting to go through your body and then make its way up to your hair as well as your skin and everything else. You know that this stuff is getting to your hair because you are personally applying it to your hair. So it's really important. Okay, so that's why we deep condition. You can add protein, you can add moisture, hydration, elasticity, all types of things can happen when you're deep conditioning your hair. How often to deep condition your hair? I personally deep condition a minimum of once a week. Now I say a minimum for a couple of different reasons. My hair is all natural, but it is definitely bleached. I've had my hair dyed and bleached maybe 4 or 5 times, and 2 or 3 of those times were in the past year. And so I've got a lot of alterations going on, and there were a lot of situations where I was weakening and stripping my hair. And so I really want to be intentional about building my hair back up and keeping the moisture, the hydration, the shine, all of those different things. So I do it a minimum of once a week, but honestly, I prefer to do it about 3 to 4 times a week. That's my sweet spot. I listen to my hair, and that is what I will tell you to do. If you, excuse me, nose is itching. Ugh. If you deep condition 3 times a week and you find that your hair is starting to get brittle and just hard, don't. That's too much. If you deep condition 2 to 3 times a week and you find that your hair is starting to get really mushy and way too soft and way too springy, again, don't. You need to find the sweet spot. You need to find the right combination for your hair, but my sweet spot is 3 to 4 times a week. That's just what works for me. Okay, so what do I use? In my favorites videos, I've told you a lot about different deep conditioning treatments that you can use, that you can buy at the store. Some of the ones that I've mentioned honestly have been a little bit pricey. I've mentioned things by Shea Moisture. I think I've mentioned things by Aussie. That the Aussie deep conditioning treatments, they're like 3-minute magic and stuff like that. Those are a lot cheaper and they are also effective, but you want to be very conscientious when you use them to stick to the 3-minute limit. The fact that they can tell you that they work in a very short period of time tells you that there's a lot of protein in there. There's a lot of stuff in there, and if you leave it on your hair too long, you are going to get bad results. You need to follow the directions. But I don't know if you realize this, but there are things in your kitchen right now that you can use for a deep conditioning treatment that are absolutely as good as anything that you could buy at the store. So these are some of my favorite things that you can find in your kitchen or at the grocery store that I love to use for deep conditioning. Number 1 is an egg. Any egg. I like these. These are my eggs. These are the eggs that I that I use. But an egg. Use the egg raw. Why do eggs work? Eggs work because they are high in protein, they are high in collagen, and a lot of other nutrients, but those are the top 2 things that your hair really needs. The collagen is going to add shine. It's going to add that glisten to your hair where it just looks really healthy and bouncy. And then the protein is going to strengthen your hair. You can use an egg in your hair. Another thing that you can use is olive oil. Now this is my absolute favorite olive oil in the world. A friend of mine gave it to me. It's from Spain. So I have used it very parsimoniously, but any olive oil will work. I will tell you, however, that I'm one of those people that does not like the smell of olive oil. It just bothers me. It's not my favorite thing. And a really great tip for finding an olive oil that doesn't smell as strong is to use an ultra light or an extra light, I think is how they phrase it on the bottle, olive oil. It's lighter in color, and it is much, much lighter in the smell department. Olive oil, again, is extremely nutritious for your hair. You can look up all of the different benefits online. Everyone has been talking about this, and there's a reason. It's great for your hair. Another thing that you can use is an avocado. Avocados are so rich in healthy fats. That's gonna help your hair so much. You can literally mash up an avocado, throw it in your regular conditioner, use it by itself, put it in your hair while you're in the shower, put a shower cap on, and 3 minutes later, rinse it out and get immediate results. The last thing that I'll tell you about is honey. Honey, any kind of honey. The higher quality, the higher the quality of your honey, the better the results. But you can honestly use great value brand honey and get fantastic results for your hair. Again, tons of nutrients, tons of things that your hair just needs are in products that you eat all the time. But if you topically apply them, you're getting it straight into the pores of your hair. Your hair is just going to be able to eat and drink up that nutrients that much quicker. You can use a combination of the 4 things that I mentioned. Any combination, you can use them individually. It doesn't matter. I guarantee you, put it on your hair for a minimum of 5 minutes and you will see results. So I hope you guys really enjoyed that quick tip. I will be coming back to you next week with some more quick tips about hair. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos like this. And I will see you again next time. Thanks for watching. Bye. Put them on as a deep conditioning. And I hate starting videos like that. Why do I always gravitate toward doing that?